What is up, everybody? My name is Lisa. If you're new here, and if you're not, what is up, my A1 Day 1? I am so grateful to have all of you here clicking on this video. As you can tell, today we are talking about manifestation. We are talking about calling in your higher self and embodying that version of you in this moment right here. And with the energy of the Lion's Gate portal, of the full moon in Aquarius, of just Leo season in general, shit is loud. Also navigating all of this with Mercury retrograde as well in Leo. This is a lot of light is being shined on the shadows. Truths are coming to the surface. We need to acknowledge them and pivot or realign however is best fit for our highest self. So think of the Lionsgate portal as expansion. So receiving light codes, ideas, and clarity to courage, embodying your inner lion or lioness and moving boldly. We also come into just the alignment aspect, and this is the piece I feel that is really shaking everything up, because that's tuning your energy into your higher self. And with just everything that's going on in the world, politically, astrologically, humanitarian wise, we have a lot of fear, a lot of burning, a lot of dismantling of systems. So recalibrating yourself and rooting yourself so deep in your truth that you can continue to walk in alignment and just be your highest self today in this moment right here. It's the season of pure devotion to self. And what that looks like is sticking to self-care, shadow work, self-maintenance, anchoring on your vision, anchoring on what do you want to do in this life? What career do you want to have? What creative outlets are you looking to embark on? And honing in on that, removing all of the distractions and essentially silencing the noise. This is the part that a lot of people, I feel like, don't talk about, because when you are on this road of ascension, road of realignment with your highest self and really stepping in and embodying a very new truth, especially if you're someone who has come from an intense childhood background, maybe your relationships or just what was required of you growing up became your survival anchor, and letting go of that survival anchor and really truly embodying. And I recently learned that we don't necessarily let go, it just happens. And how does that happen? It happens through continuously taking aligned action toward the opposite, what we're trying to let go of. So say if it's a person, the goal would be to take your energy and your focus off of this person and bring it all back to yourself. Maybe you want to reach out to this person to like celebrate something. So instead of doing that, how about you journal it and celebrate it with yourself? Shake your body, clap your hands, give yourself a hug. It's about really taking back your energy. And for some of us, that is a scary, intense process. I have been on the journey of alignment for a minute. I can say personally that anchoring myself within the noise and allowing myself to still take full throttled action towards my vision, towards my mission, it has been intense. And just to give you a real life story, to just put it all in perspective. So like today, it's portal day. I woke up at 5 a.m. so excited. Like I could feel it in my bones. I woke up reciting affirmations in my head. I didn't touch my device at all. I got dressed and I was ready and prepared to go and just bask in the energy of the sun. That's my favorite thing to do, is watch the sunrise every morning. And this walk was definitely different. I had my meditations that I have been recording. I was listening to those. I had pure imagination on repeat from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I was just grounding in so many different affirmations and so many different truths. And I literally could feel my body buzzing. I was feeling so incredible that I even went to the gym right after that. And I hit a full back and biceps day. Your girl's feeling really strong. I got back, I had my protein, I sat at my desk, and I had such a beautiful time with spirit, pulling tarot and oracle cards and just asking the energy. And let me tell you, the energy is giving root into you, devote to you so much. It's giving silence all of the noise. The journey is going to be difficult. However, the more we do it, the more we take action, the easier and more enjoyable it comes. This is the moment to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Really root in that and don't allow ourselves to essentially fall back to past fears, past versions of ourselves that don't necessarily serve us. And today was also the day that I launched my season 2 of my podcast, Why Not 88? Like, it's just giving magic. Also, I'm opening up my crochet. See, it's even hard for me to talk about it. My like inner self, there's a fear version of me that doesn't want me to be seen, that fears it. I'm working to overcome and navigate that. Today was the launch day for my 5 crochet granny square pants commissions. And I say it is the launch day. However, the noise, once it was time for me to take action and sit down and record the podcast, which I had put off over this past week. This whole week was supposed to be me filming and recording the podcast, making sure that it was actually ready, edited, and scheduled to post for today. However, that little inner critic, it just got louder and louder. And then all of these doubts and projections and things were starting to come to the forefront, to the point where it was, oh shoot, I'm doing crochet commissions and I don't have a form. Oh shoot, I'm doing crochet commissions and how am I going to make it custom? How are people going to get their yarn options? Oh, it just kept getting more and more and more complicated, instead of just rooting in the, hey, this is the colorway I have and this is a colorway I'm working on. And this is what's going to be available, and you have your choice, and there are 5 spots open. How hard is that? It really isn't. But for me, it's terrifying. There's a part of me that is sticking so, like literally grasping so intensely on the fear. It's energetically exhausting. And honestly, I truly believe it's because I am in a position where a lot is riding on the financial aspects of these launches, which makes it so that there's way more resistance because it hits so close to home. And as I'm sitting here, I'm just like, well, I can either give up and not do it, or I could sit down, root in myself, and just breathe through it. Do it scared, essentially, is the energy. Scared shitless in my situation. I'm still launching. I'm still, all I have to do is hit 5 slots and I'm good and I'm golden. The noise is so loud. And I think it's loud because I care so much, right? When we really break down fear, why are we afraid? We're afraid because we care. We're afraid because this means a lot to us. So putting it out there is a risk, essentially. And I'm working towards transforming that risk and just making it power. I don't know what I would transform it into, honestly. I just need that feeling of putting it out there, that feeling that speaking up and standing up and telling the world about what I have and telling the world just I'm here and I'm ready. That action needs to outweigh my fear of the risk of failing. It's really intense energy to navigate and to handle. And honestly, sometimes I feel like just fucking bawling my eyes out because I'm a Leo and we are sad girls and boys deep down inside. We care a lot. We care so incredibly much. And honestly, being received, being seen, being the center stage, the spotlight, for me, that's actually terrifying. However, I'm learning that the part of me that's terrified was a part that used to get reprimanded for her light, for her creativeness, her expansion. In the whole process of just alignment and becoming and getting courage to do the thing, I'm realizing that I still got to do it. And the only way to overcome these fears is to continue to put myself out there, is to continue to show up. And with these videos, I feel like sometimes I'm like, ooh, I talk about myself too much. Well, 1, it's my channel. But 2, I hope that just me coming out and telling you guys about my truth, my struggles, and my journey, it is an inspiration or an anchor for one of you out there, maybe an encouragement to just still do the thing no matter how scared you are, still show up, still just be that girl, be that boy, and make your dreams come true. And for a lot of us, or some of us, that was never necessarily necessarily an option. So now that we are creating that option for ourselves, and I'm living in that every day, and it's wild how our subconscious or our past versions of ourselves are so afraid. So instead of being like, oh, worry, Lisa, shut the fuck up, let me do this, it's more so like, girl, I hear you are afraid. I know you're scared. Let's dive into it. Why are we afraid? Just wanted to let you guys know how essentially I've been navigating those roadblocks and continuing to stay present. So the morning devotion, daily check-in, which is check-in with myself and check-in via video or audio recording. I am strengthening and solidifying my boundaries. So at this point, it's kind of like, if it's a hell yes, you're in. And if it's anything besides that, I just can't right now. This time is too sensitive, and I stand on that. Truth, action, right? So each day we're doing one tangible thing to get us closer to our vision and closer to our mission, closer to our goals, right? Moving forward continuously, no matter how small, just one thing every day. It's the atomic habits, right? James Clear. 1% better every day, and just see where you get at the end of the year. And then also just nighttime reflection. Something that's really been helping me is, no matter how afraid or shaky or scared I am throughout the day, before I go to bed, I sit down and I'm like, God damn, I did this. I went for a walk. I took a shower. I went to the gym. I recorded my podcast episode. I went live. I recorded a video for YouTube. All of the things that we did. I ate meals, I hit my protein, I drank my water. No matter how big or small they are, just write them down. And that's you essentially proving to that version of you that is afraid that, look, we got this. At the end of the day, I have learned that it is simply building trust within yourself. It takes time to build trust, especially when you have been putting others before yourself. If you have said yes too many times when you should have said no, if you are just in a state of truly coming home to yourself for the first time, for me, it's like the first time, but this journey has been spanned over about 3, 4, 5 years. And every time I come back to myself, even just like with being single for the last 7 years, like I have been with me, but at the same time, have I truly been present? And how can I be more present for myself now? Now that I'm older, I have the awareness and the capacity to be like, no, you have not been pouring into yourself the way that you deserve to be poured into. So as I'm coming into alignment with my highest self, that is essentially what I'm doing, gaining the trust within me and devoting to me so that I can show up in spaces, sell my goods, shout out my Patreon, talk about my crowdfunding campaign with ease, confidence, and courage, because that's the foundation to getting me to the next level. That's kind of all I got. Honestly, I've been talking for quite some time. So if you are navigating this 8-8 portal, all of this astrological energy, all of the chaos within the world, I just want to say, I see you. I just want to say, you got this. If you need a space to anchor something, or you have a goal, a non-negotiable, whatever the case may be, drop that in the comments and come back. Let's just build community. Let's be an anchor for each other through this time, because we are so deserving of our wildest dreams. We truly are. If you are having trouble navigating this and the energy is just a lot and you're just looking for just some grounding, I will be dropping some journal prompts in the show notes and just some tips and tricks on how you can navigate this energy. And if this video touched you, found you, if you vibed with it, please subscribe, join the A1 Day Ones. We also have our Patreon open, and I'm currently enlisting our founding members over there. We will be having weekly breathwork drops. We'll have a live event once a month over there where we can hang out together on Zoom and just talk and vibe and chill. I'll also be going live and just getting comfortable with being myself. Thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.